Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Russian Fighter pull-up program. I had posted this video a few months ago, but I recently reposted it in the bodyweight fitness subreddit, and it got a lot of questions, a lot of good engagement, almost 600 upvotes. I was really excited about all that, but there were a couple questions that were repeated from various people in various ways, shapes, and forms that I wanted to hit on here today. So question number one was, how much rest between sets? I mean, it doesn't call out 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, half the day. Personally, the way that I ran the program was I rested for as long as I needed to in order to make sure that I could do the next set, and I was gonna complete all the reps. I had the confidence I was gonna get all the reps, and I was gonna get them all with quality technique. So if I was starting to have to kick and squirm and wiggle, then I hadn't rested nearly enough. So that takes a little bit of feeling it out, a little bit of trial and error there, but eventually after a week or so, you'll start to understand your body and you'll rest the appropriate amount of time without thinking about it too much. I've heard other people who rest specifically for 2 minutes and then try to grind it out, or specifically for 5 minutes. Whatever works for you and allows you to get all the reps with good form is my advice. Question number two was, hey, can't I use this program with other movements? Like, what all would this work for? I think this rep scheme would work really well for any of those kinds of body weight movements, strictly done, that you are trying to raise your reps on. Give them a try. You'll want to kind of test out where your starting range is on those, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a future question. Question three. Is this program best for building muscle or gaining strength or endurance? I think that it really plays kind of in between the strength and endurance area. I didn't notice a ton of hypertrophy while I was doing this program, but if you go from being able to do 7 reps in a max set of pull-ups to 14 reps, there's going to be some muscle growth. There's definitely some stimulation there, but this would not be one that if you want to get giant lats or big arms, this is not the program for you. If you are looking to raise that rep, be able to spend more time on the bar, and blast out more pull-ups, then this is the right program for you. Question 4. So this one was asked a couple of different places, both on Reddit and on YouTube. They said, hey, I have a max set of 7 pull-ups. That's not the 5 that you did in the video. How should I start my rep range? The best piece of advice I can give you here is to test. And what do I mean by that is, I actually had a max set of 7 pull-ups when I started the program. But I found that if I did 7 pull-ups, even if I rested for 2, 3, 4 minutes, when I came back to do that next set, I really could not get to the 6. I had to do 5, and then I was getting so burnt out so quick that then the next set was like 3 and 2 and 1, right? So I tried that for a week, backed it off, and went back down to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that I outlined in the original video, and then built my way up from there. This worked really well for me, but it just was, you'll have to figure out whether, hey, if you can do 7 quality reps and then come back, rest a little bit, and do 6 good ones, 5 good ones, 4 good ones, 3 good ones, then start at 7. Like, that's fine. If you can't, back it off a week or 2 and start at the 5 or start at 6 and go from there. And question 5 had to do with kind of the opposite end of that question. Was, I can do 25 pull-ups already. What does this program look like for me? Is they say I do 25 reps, and then the next set drops down to 20, and then 15, and then I can't even get 10, and it's falling off real quick. So how do I outline this? And Pavel hits on this on his Strong First article that I will link down below and was linked on my previous video. But if you got 25 pull-ups and you want to continue to push that number higher, you don't want to start at 25. You want to start around 20 for your first set, And then you're not going to do 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, you know. The rep scheme that you'd be looking at would be something more like 20, 16, 12, 8, 4. And then those numbers would kind of gradually come up. So the next day would be 20, 16, 12, 8, 8, 20, 16, 12, 12, 8, and so on until you're doing like 20, 20, 16, 12, 8. What, you know, you get the idea. I can put kind of the rep scheme in the description down below. And then the following week, after you've rested for a day or so, then you would come back and attack it again, and say you bump that 20 up to 22. So each of the subsequent reps, so you'd probably still have about 4 pull-ups less on each set, but they would have all been bumped up 2 from what you did in that first week. And that should get you that slow, gradual growth that will then have you doing quite a few pull-ups on back-to-back sets very easily. So that's it for this FAQ. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions that you want to know about this program or any of my other videos, any technique primers or mindset videos I've posted, just please comment down below. I love to interact with anybody and talk about this stuff all day long. I could do it non-stop. Give this video a big thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I look forward to talking with you about more FAQs or doing more videos like this in the future.